Marcus Aurelius views death as a natural part of life cycle, not something to be feared. He writes, death is a release from the impressions of the senses, from desires that make us their puppets, from the vagaries of the mind, and from the hard service of the flesh. He encourages acceptance of death as a part of the order of nature. But, and for you Madafuxes and viewers, what death is? Today's video, we're gonna talk about life and death. Hey guys, Mizuki here. Grab your existential crisis helmets because we're about to dive deep into the abyss of life, death, and everything in between. Buckle up because this isn't going to be your average how to make a sandwich video. We're going for the full dive into philosophical roller coaster rides, so let's get this part started. But before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank you all my patrons that support my work here on YouTube, and especially my three-tailed fox tier members Heath Rowell and Fenny Sylvy for the incredible support to my work. You guys are amazing. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon, link is in the description below. First off, let's talk about the big scary D-word, death. Not a metal band, but actual end of our story. It's like everyone knows it's coming, but nobody wants to RSVP to that party. Death, in its essence, it's like staring into a mirror that is so clear, it shows you nothing. It's empty, devoid of content. Yet it reflects the entirety of your life. Socrates famously said, to fear death, gentlemen, is no other than to think oneself is wise when one is not. To think one knows what one does not know. Though one knows whether death may not be the greatest of all blessings for a man, yet men fear it as if they knew that it is the greatest of evils. His perspective was that death could be a transition to another state, perhaps even an improvement over life, and thus should not be feared due to our ignorance of what it truly is. Epicurus argued that death, the most dreaded of evils, is therefore of no concern to us. For while we exist, death is not present, and when death is present, we no longer exist. This philosophy emphasizes that since death is the absence of sensation, it cannot be bad for us. Hence, we should not fear it, but rather enjoy life while we are alive. Why is it that we don't freak out over the fact that we didn't exist before we were born? Yet, the thought of not existing after we die sends us into a tailspin. It's like we're okay with the darkness before life, but the darkness after? Oh, that's where we draw the line. It's all about our relationship with time and existence. Pre-birth, there is no game, no player, no score. But once you're in the game, playing your hearts out, the idea of the game ending becomes terrifying because you've got so much to lose. Friends, memories, the imperfect ramen you had last week. But here is where it gets interesting. Imagine you falling into sleep. So deep, it's like you're not even into your own body anymore. No dreams, no thoughts, just pure unadulterated nothingness. That is somewhat like death, right? Except from sleep you wake up. From death, no such luck. You don't get to hit this snooze button. It's game over for real. Now let's talk about this bizarre human trait. We think we are immortal. Yeah, deep down in the recesses of our psyche, we're all like, nah, that thing doesn't apply to me. It's like we're all living in this narcissistic bubble where you are the main character in a never-ending saga. Freud had a blast with this. He'd tell you your unconscious mind doesn't even recognize death or time. We're all walking around with this illusion of immortality when the clock ticks away. Here is the paradox that should blow your mind. We're above the center of our universe and just another speck in the grand cosmic dust. We're like little gods in the story of our lives. Yet, at the same time, we are just another creature, subject to the same biological laws as the worms that will one day feast on us. Renaissance thinkers got it. We are divine yet dirt. Eastern wisdom echoes this. We're more than our bodies, yet so very much tied to them. Now, about the immortality we cling to. It's not the kind where you live on some afterlife. It's far simpler. You will never know death, because when it happens, you're not there to experience it. You're the narrator of your life story. But when the story ends, the narrator vanishes too. No experience, no consciousness. Just a full stop. Let's pivot to why we love stories so much. Because life is one big narrative. We are all storytellers. Whether we're starring in your saga or just observing from the sidelines. We perceive our lives like a movie with plot twists, characters, emotional arcs. That's why stories captivate us more than any chemistry equation ever could. They mirror our life's drama. And death? Oh, the nihilists would have you believe it's the end of all meaning. It's like the final scene where the screen goes black and there is no sequel, no director's cut, just silence. But maybe, just maybe, understanding death can make life sweeter, more deliberate, or it can make everything seem pointless. Like we're just actors in a play with no audience. But here is what is really cool. Your death, from your perspective, is the end of the world. Your world. Because when you're gone, the world you knew, the people you loved, the sights you saw, all of it's gone with you. It's like you're the camera through which all this was filmed. And when you shut down, so does the movie. So, what does your death mean to you? Is it just the end of your personal show, or does it mean something more profound? How do you live knowing this? Do you live with reckless abandon, or do you savor every moment like it's your last? You humans have this unique ability to make death either the ultimate reminder to live fully, or the ultimate reason to despair. It's like you're given this script where you know how it ends, yet you're free to decide how you act out each scene. And let's not forget the cultural spin on death. Some see it as transition, others as the final rest. But really, it's none of that. It's just nothing. No applause, no final bow, just the end. Yet, you dress it up, you make it palatable because facing the void head-on is too much for your little human hearts. But here's the challenge, my deaf foxes and viewers. Use the concept of death as your life's greatest motivator. Live as if you were the main character in a story where every moment counts, where every laugh, every tear, every mundane coffee break is part of this grand narrative you're crafting. So, as we wrap up this deep dive into the existential waters, remember, you might think you're immortal, but let's live like there is no tomorrow, because there might not be. Keep crafting your story, make it epic, make it yours, because when the credits roll, it will be one hell of a show. And with that, I will see you in my next video where we'll probably discuss something lighter, like why pineapple on pizza ruins everything, or the best anime to watch when you're questioning your life choices. Until then, live, laugh, love, and remember, you're the only one who can make your life's story worth telling. Do you wanna see more of me? Check my TV on the cards appearing at any given moment in the right upper side of your screen. Hope you enjoy! See you guys in the next video, and keep those existential crises at bay, or at least make them entertaining. Bye!